Healing from a breakup. It can be hard. Personally, I've gone through a breakup recently. It was 2.5 years. I deeply loved this person and the relationship kind of fell apart for personal reasons. I actually really hate talking about personal things online. Making YouTube videos definitely puts me out of my comfort zone. But I think it's an important thing to learn how to communicate and to create. As I said in my last video, creation is the best thing that you can give the world and yourself. It's like a freeing kind of chance to express yourself. At the end of the day, you gotta realize that if this person was your soulmate, if this person was the person you were meant to be with, you'd be with them. There wouldn't be something driving you apart. You wouldn't allow it to. I guess there's some situations where you don't have a choice, but if this person was your person, you would find ways to be together. You would work through your problems. There wouldn't be non-negotiables that would become roadblocks. And getting over my breakup, that was something I had to realize, that if this was my person, we'd still be together. But if simple things allow you to be drawn apart, then you just know it's not meant to be. And all you gotta do is just work on yourself and pursue your goals to become the person that your future partner would become attracted to. Not physically, but like energetically. After the initial breakup, it was kind of like I haven't been single really before. Everything was new. I was talking to guys, going on dates, but that's about as far as it went. Just dates to communicate with guys and just see what it was about. That died out very quickly because I realized that seeking male validation and dopamine hits, it really wasn't fulfilling. So it really caused me to fully pull back, deleting all guys' contacts from my phone, deleting social media. I already had it deleted, but I limited it to Facebook for work. I really just sat alone with myself because I hadn't been really alone for 2 years. Since being in a relationship, you're always texting or you're always hanging out. So really being alone, it was like this meditation, like a week-long meditation of just being alone in my own thoughts, reconnecting with my old passions, like songs, videos, reading, painting, gym. It all just came back and it was like, this isn't Natasha. I found her again. It was such a enlightening experience, and it honestly just made my relationships better with my family and my friends and myself. Like, I couldn't sleep at night because I was just thinking of my future and really like awake to the possibilities of my dreams and how I was going to achieve them. I'm not saying that the breakup didn't hurt. Like, I was quite depressed for a few months. I was clinging onto this hope that I'd get back with this person, that the reason we broke up wasn't deep enough, that we still loved each other and that hopefully one day we'd be back together. It felt like I was chemically bound to this person, that my dopamine was linked to them and I couldn't get it without them. So this withdrawal stage was quite intense. I filled it with the gym or trying a new diet, hanging out with friends, and then after all that lost its excitement, sitting alone with myself, I hit a rock bottom. I'd never felt so empty and numb. But coming back to that realization that if they were my person, I'd still be with them, it really set me free and set me on a journey towards my goals and my future. I've tried going on dates again, but I don't feel a need to have someone in my life if they don't provide something that I don't already provide to myself. I find alone time to be my companionship with myself and really fulfilling. I think it's a really important thing to have after a breakup, your healing and your growth stage, where you really sit with yourself and reconnect with who you are and what you actually want in your life. Not rebounding with someone new to fill that void. It's not long term because not being whole in yourself, you still have injuries and cuts from your old relationship, and moving into a new one, you don't want to bleed on them. They don't deserve you to bleed on them with your emotional baggage or trauma or resentment that you're still keeping from your past relationship. So taking a time to just heal and sit with yourself after a relationship is essential to close those wounds, to replenish your skin and your body and your soul, to be whole. So when you do go into another relationship, you're two whole beings, not trying to be one and whole together, but being whole together, but being whole as separate entities and coming together and creating a beautiful relationship. I recently saw a saying which was, I love you so much that I'm going to become that person I couldn't be with you. I think that is positive and negative, because if you're with someone that you truly love, I feel like you should rise to become your best version with them and not allow yourself to delve into a lazy, negative era where you feel like you're too comfortable with them. You should definitely try to stay in your purpose and be whole with yourself and be driven and find your goals. So that's why I think that's negative. But I also think it's positive because we only live this life once, and losing someone so special can really drive someone to become everything they want to be. It's just the same if it happens early in life with someone who you think is the right person, wrong time. And the flip side, the other side of the coin to this, is your partner's last act of love is leaving you to push you to be that driving force for you to actually become that person. But then I think about my grandparents. My grandmother got with my grandfather when she was 17, and she's been with him for like 70 years, and they've grown together. They're retired, they're happy. So there's a bit of contrast to that quote I saw, which then leads me back to, if they were your person, you'd still be with them. If you are going through a breakup at the moment, or it's been a few months and you're still going through it like I am, you're strong. I know you've probably heard that a million times. You're capable. Don't miss them. It's okay too, but whatever's not in your current reality, it doesn't exist to you. So just be present. The past is not a tangible thing. What is it? Where is it? Can you show me? You can't, because it's not real. It's not anything anymore. It's just something that happened that built you into who you are today. So learn from it, but don't look back on it. The thought of yearning, that's a popular term these days, of yearning. Don't yearn for the past. If you're going to yearn for anything at all, yearn for your future. Be like, I can't wait to achieve my goals. And speak in present tense. I'm so happy I now have a really comfy pillow to lay my head on. I'm so happy I now have this house I've always wanted, with the farm and the Jersey cows. If that's your dreams. I just think that this system that we've been brought up in is so limiting that your dreams can't be achieved, but like anything's possible. And when you come to that realization and you detach from people's opinions or money, and it just doesn't, you don't feel like you need it, you don't yearn for it, that it's so freeing, and things that you desire are more likely to gravitate towards you. I know that's pretty abstract. Hello, this is me editing Detaching from something is not the same as sitting and waiting for something to come to you. You still need to be pursuing your goals and your dreams, but just losing the value they hold over you and the podium they stand on. Still going towards them, but just putting them on the same energetic level as you is the mindset I'm talking about. And unrealistic in some circumstances, but it's about the mindset of losing the detachment and putting something on a pedestal, because when you put something on a pedestal, you view it in a way where you don't feel like you're worthy to achieve it. If you see something above you, you feel like you have to rise to achieve it. But if you lose detachment from it and you view it as something infinite within the universe, your small steps, which aren't perfect, are more likely to work towards achieving them. I'm going off on a tangent. Let's go back to breakups. I feel like some people don't even heal from breakups. I've looked at adults as a child, and now I'm an adult, which is crazy to think. Viewing them, I don't think I'm going to talk about that, because I have grown up in a household with divorced parents, and my opinions of it may be a bit more pessimistic, of not being able to get over a breakup and bleeding over people you date in the future. So that's also why I have the view of it's so important to spend time healing and forgiving, because the best gift you can give someone is your forgiveness. Not even the best gift you can give someone, the best gift you can give yourself is forgiveness. To whoever's done you wrong or you have hurt in your body and your mind about. If you forgive them, you take that weight off, and it loses its power over you. I have been writing a song. I've been writing a few songs. I don't know if I'll post them because they're quite personal. Wow, I really just lost my train of thought. But it's crazy how someone that you become so connected to and you learn so much about them, and it's like you enter this different higher realm of connectedness with someone when you enter a relationship. You learn what they like, what they don't like. You learn so much about them, and you feel like you are on a different level with them than anyone else in your life, to reach a point where you break up and become strangers again. It's like, how can there be someone out there in the world that I knew so deeply that is no longer a part of my life? And it's often the people you become the most connected with, like a partner. And it's such a common occurrence to just have exes that you became so connected with in your life. It's just crazy to me how that's a thing. When I was a kid, it was Romeo and Juliet and princess movies where when you found that person, they were that person that would stay in your life forever. There was no somebody I used to know. It's my love, you and me forever. But now it's reality's hit, I guess. And you know what I'm talking about if you're watching this video. But to end it on a positive note, take your time to heal. Look and gaze into the mirror and view yourself and reconnect with yourself, because at the end of the day, you're the only person you have at night. You're the only person you have through your entire life. This is your body. This is your vessel to view and experience this beautiful world. Heal. Close your wounds. Don't bleed over other people. Be whole. Be happy. You are enough by yourself. You don't need someone to fulfill you. Let go of the hope that they're going to come back, and find hope in your future and in yourself. And someone will come into your life that is meant for you. It's 100% possible. You just got to be open to it. Put yourself in situations where you can meet new people. At the moment, I'm pretty isolated, I will say. Being in high school, there's always people that you're bumping into on the campus, in your studies, in your commitments. So maybe get into a commitment like a book club or a sport to bump into some new people. But heal yourself, you are enough. It comforted me to realize how many people have gone through breakups in the world. Rihanna's gone through so many breakups. I don't know why that helped to be like, wow, she's been in so many committed relationships. She's probably said I love you and fully meant it to so many people. Not so many, but like just like even 2 people that you fall deeply in love with is a lot. So to know that other people have gone through breakups and they've gotten over it and found love and made families, it's really comforting. You can do it too. Just take your time to heal. Feel how you're feeling. Feel it fully, because if you repress it, you might have covered your wound, but if there's pressure behind it, who knows, you could explode on someone. And one more kind of quote / story I heard. Imagine you were given a human when you came to this earth. You were given this human that you have to look after, that you have to make sure is healthy and happy. That person's you. That's your body. You've been given this human to look after, to love. If you were given one of your friends to look after for a year, imagine how well you'd look after them. You'd give them amazing food. You'd tell them to sleep this many hours. You'd tell them to heal. You'd tell them to take the time to reconnect with their passions. Go back to playing volleyball, painting again, listening to your favorite songs. Don't listen to the sad ones that make you yearn. Listen to the happy ones that make you go, back in the 2000s, I was happy, I was dancing, Pitbull was breaking it down. I love that guy. You would treat that human, that friend, with so much love. So treat yourself as you would a friend. Talk to yourself as you would a friend. Get your little bandages, your little metaphorical bandages, and over time, start to place them on yourself. And one day you won't need those bandages. That's your self-talk. That's your routines. That's your sleep. That's your forgiveness. And you're letting go of the hope. That sounds so like depressing. Let go of that hope. Don't hope anymore. Lose that hope. But honestly, in the case of breaking up and still loving that person, you gotta let go of it. You gotta have hope in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. Because I believe in you. And I'm on this platform to give to others, to uplift them, because I know you've heard it so many times, but hearing it again won't hurt. So I love you. Have a good night or day. It's currently night for me, so I'm going to be getting some Z's. Don't bleed on others. Heal.